8 things I've learned being 8 years into the business. No risk comes no reward. Marketing and branding is extremely important. Learning in general is something that you can't stop doing. Advertising through digital media is key. And if you're not careful, cash flow can really bite you in the ass. You don't have to do it all. And letting go of things and delegating, move fast. Just fucking do it. Sit in your ass and think about it for too long, that opportunity will pass. Have gratitude. Make sure you take time to just express gratitude. Hey. Welcome back to another vlog. It's been a while since I've done one, and I am here in my new setting. So I've just renovated my office. I'll show you a quick look. We've knocked down a wall and I basically converted 2 offices into one big office, and I've just set it up, and the lighting is not great because I'm still getting some blinds sorted with a bit of a glare from the afternoon sun, but I didn't want that to stop me from doing this vlog because this is a crazy time for us at Love My Bricks. It is our 8th birthday anniversary. That's right, I started this thing 8 years ago and it has been one hell of a journey, and I wanted to post this just to express my gratitude, just my thanks, and just so happy that we've come this far. And I really want to celebrate and take this time to basically mention a few things. Most importantly, I've come up with, because it's our 8th birthday sale, and I've come up with 8 things that I've learned in my time starting this business. So obviously learning a hell of a lot, and there's been some failures, there's been some wins, but overall it's just been an amazing experience. And not just that, I'm just super excited because I think we're still at a very early stage of our journey. Huge things to come, a lot of things planned for the year ahead and beyond. So super excited about where we are, where I am as a business owner, but where we are as a business, just with all the potential and all the things that we have on the horizon. So very, very excited. Anyway, I just wanted to get right into it. Like I said, I've been setting up this new office, got this new Lego shelf behind me. Not new, sorry, I've just rearranged it, put some new sets in there. There's some little spaces where I could probably put more stuff. I'm going to be adding another shelf here. So I want to get right into it with this post, sharing 8 things I've learned being in business, starting this 8 years ago. The first one is all about risks and persistence and basically not taking no for an answer. I think if anything that I've learned is that I have always been annoying, when it comes to me trying to get what I want with the business, trying to find an answer, whether it's from a supplier or with the team, or with not taking no for an answer when I can't do something when it comes to like advertising or content or just growth in the business. Getting a better rate on our shipping, or getting a better rate with suppliers, that kind of thing. I have never given up on that, and that is something that I feel has been really important with the business, and it's allowed us to get to where we are today because of that pure perseverance. I think taking risk is a big part of it too, because with no risk comes no reward. Cliche as it sounds, it's very much true. I think business is all about taking risks, even from the very beginning of starting and breaking outside your box and thinking outside, breaking off limiting beliefs and anything that's negative that's preventing you from doing something. It's all about taking that risk and just getting out there and just doing it. So that's really big, and that's that's something that's been a huge factor in where I am today and where the business is at today, is purely because of me taking lots of risks, learning, failing forward, which is one of the things that I really encourage with all my staff at Love My Bricks and anyone out there, is to fail forward, try things, because you'll never really learn unless you try. So just because you failed at something or something hasn't turned out the way you wanted it to turn out, you won't know until you try. And when you try and let's say for example you fail, you review and you learn what didn't work well, and you look at ways to improve it and what you wouldn't do next time, or what you can be done better. So taking risks and perseverance is really important. The second thing I've learned in my 8 years of having this business is marketing and branding is extremely important. I think Like My Bricks wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for us at a very early stage establishing that brand, establishing who we are and how we are the leader in the Lego lighting space. As fun as it sounds, yes, the leader in the Lego lighting space. It's what sets us apart from the other competitors. And even up until now, I think branding is something that is constantly evolving. You have to always review, you have to update, and you have to stay ahead of the game, because your competitors will always try and catch up to you. So I think that brand and that marketing is really, really important. Marketing yourself, for Like My Bricks, it's all about marketing ourselves as the leader, as the most premium. And it's not just about the product quality, but it's also about the messaging and how you convey that message to your customers. And marketing and branding, to me, extends out to the content that you create. I think learning about content is something that I didn't know from an early stage of the business. It's only something that I've learned recently in the last year or so, that creating content is everything. You have to create content. That's the best and fastest way to get cut through in your business. It's the fastest way to spread awareness or spread news about who you are and what your company does or what your product is all about. It's so fast and easy. You could do it on your phone. You don't have to worry about the glamour of having like the best equipment and all that kind of thing. Just fucking get out there and start, create content. And that's how you can get cut through. That's how you grow your following, and that's how you build your brand. Because people will be attracted to people. People will relate to people rather than the product. Sure, it's good to have, content that talks about your product, and that's really good. But then, unless you can actually find ways for other people to relate, it's a lot harder. So, marketing, branding, huge thing that has contributed to Like My Bricks' success in the last 8 years. The third thing that I think is really important, and it's something that I've learned in the last 8 years, is learning from people or learning from content. Learning in general is something that you can't stop doing. It's funny. One thing that I've learned in the last 8 years is you have to constantly keep learning. And when I say that, I'm talking about content online, learning from the experts who have done it before, learning from, coaching and online tutorials or even courses. There's so much power in learning, because I think my real accelerated part of my life was last year when I started learning about Facebook ads and learning how to do my own campaigns and all that kind of thing. That really contributed to a lot of our success, especially last year in the business. And it's something that's constantly evolving, especially with technology and the way we use social media and the way we browse the internet on all platforms. I think learning is something that you always have to be embracing. That constant improvement is really, really important in business and in life. I think not just in the business, but there's so much that I've learned in the last 6 to 12 months personally. And I think it's funny because I'm 39 now. I've spent so much of my life just going with the flow and just thinking that I know how to live my life. I don't want to hear from anybody, but I think the last 6 to 12 months is when I've really, really learned so much in life. Not just about me, myself as a person, but in my relationships with my family, how to operate as a leader. And I'm still at the very early stage, and I'm so hungry to learn. I think that everyone needs to adapt that way of living, that you can never stop learning. So very big in my books. The fourth thing that I've learned being in Like My Bricks and having this business in the last 8 years is advertising. And I mentioned it earlier, but advertising through digital media is key and has been key to a lot of our business's success. I think learning about how to advertise, learning how to run campaigns, how to even advertise through not just digital, but also in the physical aspect as well. PR and how to get in magazines and how to pitch to PR outlets or media outlets, how to get on, news channels. That's something that I've learned. And I think that's been really crucial for any business. I think that's crucial for any business, and I think that's really, really important. So that's one thing that I really wanted to point out there, which is really important and something that I've learned being in business. Coming in at number 5 is financial accounts and learning about budgets, basically money and numbers. And I think this is something that I've had to learn the hard way. And I wouldn't say that it was that hard to learn. It was more, this shit creeps up on you, especially for a fast-growing business. Each year, fortunately, Like My Bricks has had a more and more successful year on year. And with that comes obviously more sales, but obviously more expenditure. And if you're not careful, cash flow can really bite you in the ass. For us, it got to a point where, it's seasonal, especially for Like My Bricks, and you have your quiet months and you got your peak periods, but during those quiet months is when you are naturally just ramping up with production, you're ramping up with growth and all the things that are working behind the scenes, and you are somewhat used to all the cash that you've had based on that previous successful period before. For example, ours would be a quiet period, would be, maybe in the middle of the year, and that's when we spent a lot of the profits that we made towards the end of the year before. For me, it was learning, where's all our cash? How are we going to get access to more cash? And if you're not careful, as you grow and you start spending more and you start making more, cash flow is something that's really, really important that you have to stay on top of. And it's okay if you're a business owner, and it's okay if you are not a numbers guy. I'm fucking shit with numbers. I'm a disgrace to Asians, as I say. I am no mathematician. I'm no accountant. You have to be okay with getting help from other people. One of the things that is on the horizon is getting an actual chief financial controller to help me with the money side of things, to help me and the business, maximize cash flow, be prepared, especially if you're going to be spending more money, getting into retail or purchasing stock or with your advertising. You need to have the cash to do that. And if you're not careful, it really will bite you in the ass. So I would stress that you need a good numbers person. Even at the start, have someone be across your finances you can lean on for advice and just plan. I think that's really, really important. Number 6 for me is a big one that I've learned recently, is you don't have to do it all. Sure, at the beginning, as a very early stage of business, I did it all. I did everything: customer service, product design, sales, marketing, social media, everything. But as the business has evolved, I've had to be okay with letting things go to other people and letting go of things and delegating. I think if you're too much in control of everything, it's really hard to really excel overall. And that is when you have to, I guess, be okay with letting go of things and delegating and trusting other people. And that's one thing that I've had to learn over time. At the start, you only hire people who you really, really trust, and you want to keep your business and info, your baby, basically really close knit, and you don't want to potentially have someone that's not a good worker or all that kind of thing. But I think something that I've really learned is you have to let go. You have to be able to delegate. You have to be able to trust people, and you don't have to do it all. I think right now we're going through a process of recruiting for a general manager to really help not just run things day to day, but help us on our growth and help us really get towards our 5-year goals. And that's me basically saying I'm okay with letting go, and I'm okay with not being the guy that's running everything day to day. It's me letting go, and I think that's something that everyone needs to really be okay with in business, especially as you're growing and if you really want to get to the next phase of your life. And not just someone who's in charge, but just people that you want to hire to maybe hand off a few things to or help run things for you. So it's really important that you let go and delegate. Number 7, I think one thing that I love, and that's how I operate, and something that I've learnt what to do, is move fast. Just fucking do it. My thing is, a big core value that we have is getting on the jet, because we are on so much growth and trajectory, and we've grown a lot in the last 6 to 12 months, and that's purely because of, getting on this fast-moving jet. Moving fast. Don't take no for an answer. Don't sit and wait for something to come to you. Seize the opportunity, because if you sit in your ass and think about it for too long, that opportunity will pass. Number 8 is my final thing that I wanted to share with you that I've learned in the 8 years of being in business, and that is have gratitude. I said it at the very start, but I'll say it again, and that's my final point, is with everything that's happening in your life, in the business, all the wins, make sure you take time to just express gratitude. Make sure you take the time to just reflect and just be thankful for where you are, what you've achieved, highs and lows. Even with the lows, I find it's still something that you can learn from. It's a positive thing. Turn the negative into a positive by learning. And I think just overall, if you're grateful and thankful for where you are, it will really help with your attitude in life and in business. So with that, I just want to say a big thank you to all of the people, all the customers that have, I guess, bought from Like My Bricks, or said thanks, or commented, or even just contributed to any way to me and the rest of the business. I just want to say thank you so much. I am so honored. I'm so privileged. I feel really proud of where the business is today. I feel really proud of what I have been able to achieve as a founder of this business. I'm proud of the Like My Bricks family, everyone who has worked or does work for Like My Bricks, and just everybody out there who supported Like My Bricks' social media posts, bought something, even my personal page. Thank you so much. And I just want to really express my gratitude and thanks. And yeah, that summarizes this vlog edition. It's very much a celebration post and a gratitude post, and something that I'm just really happy to be able to produce, and I hope you found this valuable. So yeah, they are my 8 things that I have learned being in business with Like My Bricks in the last 8 years. If you like more content like this, please give me a subscribe, please chuck a comment, please give me a thumbs up, and I really thank you all for watching. See you next time.